So there's been a lot of talk about how good the Penguin is, and for the most part, I agree. What is there to say that hasn't been said already? The two leading actors chew the grim Gotham scenery like it's five gum, the pacing is excellent, and the writing ties it all together. But it could have been better. Let me tell you why. It starts with a question. Did we need this? More importantly, did Batman need this? In the Batman, it was already established that Oz was a worthy antagonist for the Dark Knight. He nearly escapes the Bat in a car chase, so he's competent. He gives the Bat a clue integral to finding the Riddler, so he's clearly intelligent. Also, he's a total piece of shit. He's a mobster and a scumbag, a drug dealer and a pimp who runs a brothel where the most powerful crime boss in the city gets his kicks by strangling girls. But the Penguin gets his own show. That must mean we'll be shown information revealing him to be the Dark Knight's deadliest adversary yet, or maybe we'll be shown why he's Batman's true foil. In the last movie, Bruce Wayne was forced to grapple with his own family history and wealth. Maybe next time it'll be his identity. The Cobblepots were another one of Gotham's founding families, just like the Waynes. Both Batman and the Penguin are wealthy members of the upper class that have been shafted by fate. Cobblepot has canonically used the trappings of the elite to further his own ends and crush those beneath him. This could easily set up more character development for Bruce Wayne's arc in the Batman 2, but it doesn't do any of that. Oswald Cobb is a lower class driver in the mob who has ascended through the ranks thanks to his ruthless scheming. He skirts around, playing the crime syndicates off of each other. He's competent. He outsmarts his opposition many times with meticulous planning and a quick wit, so he's intelligent. But we know this already. He does evil, dark things which we want to see him punished for. And we know he will be, because this is a Batman show, and we know how Penguin's story will end. Does this mean the show is bad? No, it's still really good. Could it have been better? Yeah. In the first episode, Oz finds a group of hooligans stealing his rims and forces one of them to help him dispose of a body at gunpoint. This is Victor, whose family was killed when Gotham was flooded by the Riddler. The relationship between Oz and Victor quickly becomes the most interesting thing about the show. Victor's plunge into a life of crime is as compelling as it is heartbreaking. It's the story of a vulnerable, alienated young man being manipulated by a mentor figure to serve his own ends. This is a story as old as time. At first, Victor is forced to work for Oz, but as time goes on, he chooses to stay with Oz. The two men are lacking any other sort of meaningful relationship in their lives, so they begin to form a connection. Oz, in his own flawed way, does care about Vic, but still uses him. Let's say this is an original show, no DC, no Batman looming over the narrative, and it's allowed to stretch over several seasons. Victor gets acclimated to the world of organized crime, and he realizes just how manipulative and ruthless Oz is. He's taught Vic everything he knows. Most importantly, he's taught him that everyone in life is a disposable tool to be used and thrown away as needed. Victor realizes that Oz wants to control every aspect of his life to ensure that he is the perfect pawn. This causes conflict because Victor has affection for Oz, but he also questions the nature of this affection. Does it exist because he latched onto Oz after his family was killed, or because he gave Victor some sense of purpose? Victor's resentment builds until he decides to use everything he's learned from Oz to get rid of him once and for all. The conclusion of the show was disappointing. It didn't show us anything we didn't already know about Cobb. We already know that personal relationships, even familial relationships, are meaningless to him. Despite having a close personal relationship with Sophia, Cobb betrays her and gets her sent to Arkham Asylum for a promotion. He lets his brothers die, just so he can have his mom all to himself. We know that there is no redemption for him because of these acts, but also because he's the Penguin. The most satisfying conclusion to this story is one where Victor kills Oz. It could even be his last unlawful deed before getting out of the life and going straight. But there lies the problem. Victor could never be the one to kill Oz because this is a DC story, and we know he's Batman's villain. They could have planned an ending where Vic got arrested and took the fall for Oz, only to discover that the Penguin sold him out, just like he did to Sophia. Then, once Batman throws the Penguin in jail, Victor catches him in the showers with a shank. The Penguin could have been a fantastic original story, but it was instead another victim of franchising in the era of Marvel. No matter how good it was ultimately redundant because we know how the Penguin's story ends. And so, a potentially original story was snuffed out, strangled, just like Victor under the flippers of the Penguin. But wait! Did you know there's a movie where the Penguin is the hero? Probably not, because it's not called The Penguin, it's called Batman Returns. The movie begins with Danny DeVito being born. The nurse runs away because she's never seen anything so perfect and her mind's being torn asunder. Danny's parents keep him in a cage. What is wrong with these people? They're literally monsters. Oh no. Oh god, yeah, no wait, that makes sense. They really love that cat, so they take Danny for a walk in a stroller to blow off some steam. Oh, there he goes. The Greek happens to flow into an engineer's ship. Then he bumps into some penguins who are living wild in the fictional equivalent of New York. 33 years later, the Penguin watches the lighting of the Christmas tree from the safety of the sewers. He brings a secret Santa gift, and everyone is happy with it for once. The Penguin invites Christopher Walken to Christmas dinner, but then a dude in an Undertaker costume shows up and starts lighting people on fire. After dinner, Penguin gives Chris his Christmas stocking and asks for help finding out who his parents were. Christopher Walken goes back to his office where he finds a hobo is broken in and is now scrounging through his things, looking for fresh socks or peanut butter. So he tosses her out a window where, holy shit, she's eaten by stray cats? Is that real? No way that real. A sewer clown steals a baby, but Penguin saves it, and everyone is super stoked on him. So they let him come to the surface and search the records for his parents. And apparently they only teach calligraphy in the sewers. He finds his parents' grave and announces that his real name is Osmataz Kobleblot. Chris brings Osmataz lunch and throws him a surprise party to celebrate him finding his parents. This guy sticks his nose in the Penguin's mouth while he's eating. Who does that? A dominatrix comes out of nowhere and assaults a guy and his girlfriend, then breaks into a department store to vandalize some mannequins. I guess this dominatrix is another villain like the Undertaker guy. I don't know. Outside, a dog blows up a restaurant with a grenade. The dominatrix visits Osmataz, but he can't afford her services, so she eats his bird. Then Bat Guy kidnaps the Christmas princess and tosses her off of the roof like she's a member of One Direction. The police try to catch the Bat Guy, but he makes it to his car. He then proceeds to drive through Gotham like a drunk one-armed 5-year-old, killing pedestrians left and right. Osmataz hacks into his car to try and stop the carnage, but Bat Dude punches him through the screen. The people of Gotham are understandably piss-strated. "Oi, the Bat Dude's been rampaging long enough," they say, so Osmataz gives an encouraging speech to keep their spirits high, and promises to deal with the Bat Guy once he's mayor. But the weirdo hacks the PA system and plays doctored audio of the Penguin calling the people of Gotham a bunch of dick magnets. But just like herpes or a cockroach infestation, the Penguin won't be defeated. He swore to bring Christmas to the people of the city, and that's what he's gonna do. He's got a plan to give gifts to every child in Gotham. At the Christmas party of the year, Penguin shows up to arrest Christopher Walken for murdering homeless ladies. Then he tells everybody his plan, and they're all really excited. But Bat Dude, being a Grinch, he attacks the train that's taking the kids to get their gifts. Penguin has finally had enough of Bat Dude's humbuggery and sends out his Penguin army to deal with him once and for all. But wait, what's this? This old janitor accidentally plays Hotel California through the city's PA system. Everyone knows penguins hate the Eagles. The Penguins are routed before the battle could even begin. Bat Dude crashes into Penguin's house and destroys his car, then causes the Penguin army's missiles to go haywire and blow up a nearby zoo, killing all the animals. The dominatrix is confused about what a taser does and kisses Christopher Walken. Bat Dude kills Osmataz, Penguin, Kobleblot, His sad penguin friends are there to give him a proper burial. Then Bat Dude abducts someone's cat, and the movie ends. So I don't know. What do you guys think? 1992 Penguin or 2024 Penguin? Let me know.